I walk the streets with my swagger on, supernatural, facing a million opponents, and my role is to act alone. Lights, camera when the action's on. Where I'm home is a battle zone, a vigilante in the catacombs, but I rock with a hot shot.
Here comes a new challenger!
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Mike Watson, aka Most Epic. I'm the publisher of Freestyle Comics, and I'm also known as the most enthusiastic person in comics. And welcome to another episode of Chat and Draw. One day here, real soon, I'm going to tell you what the actual episode count. I feel like we're in like the 375, 380 range right now for episodes. Got to get that number down because we are going to have a 400th episode, and we will be going to Kickstarter with our new art book for Chat and Draw. It's going to be hardcover, and it's going to have all the art from the entire run of the show thus far. But speaking of Kickstarters, we will be shipping on the 5-star Kickstarter in 2 weeks. We've got all the books and stuff, and kind of the hold up this time was the fact that I had to move. Packing up everything and then getting to our new house and unpacking and getting everything situated has been a pain. But that is part of the delay here. But in 2 weeks, we'll be shipping on the 5-star Kickstarter and then moving directly over into the Emerald Quest Kickstarter right now. We're trying to figure out, because there's 2 volumes for the Emerald Quest Kickstarter. For the Emerald Quest manga, and we're trying to see if we can get it all into one book versus the print company that we were going with, that we're going to break it up into 2 because they only want to a certain amount of pages. So we're trying to figure that out and see which one's going to be more cost effective and which one we can get the quickest. All right, but we'll be going immediately into that. And then we have one more Kickstarter this year that we're going to do, and that is a surprise Kickstarter because it was unexpected. Yay. But we'll get to all that. But that's kind of just the update where we're at right now with things and all that goodness. I'm going to bring out my co-host, Amayu.
Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Not as cool as your theme song, but hey, it worked.
It works. It works. Not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. How you been?
I am good. It's good to be back in the A. I was in Oregon for like a week and a half, not too long. And it was cool, but I missed the show, and I was like, dang it, I gotta get back on the show because I missed hanging with Mike, and we be talking and stuff, and we be chatting, and he be drawing and all the things. So I was just like, it's good to be back.
All right. Cool beans. Well, we're gonna jump into it because tonight there is this double hitter. We got 2 guys coming on tonight, so we're gonna.
Okay, hold on, pause. Wait. You got 2 coming like 8 to 8:30 and then 8:30 to 9, or you got an 8 to 9 and a 9 to 10?
8 to 9 and a 9 to 10.
I gotta go to bed, Mike. You can't.
I know. So if you gotta vacate, you gotta vacate. I respect your time.
Okay, I appreciate it, but thank you for having me anyway.
All right, let's go ahead and roll out with our first guest, and in a traditional Chat and Draw fashion.
Wait a second. A new opponent has interrupted the tournament.
What's up, Tony? How you doing?
Hey, Mike. Hey, man. How you guys doing?
Doing all right.
Awesome.
I had to take this opportunity to get back on the show. Even though I don't have a lot going on, I just wanted to say hi to you guys. It's been a long time since I've been on here.
I have a question. Hold on, before we even get into that. Okay, I don't remember you being on the show before, so I'm like, was this before I had joined the show? Was this like way back in the day?
Oh yeah, that was just Mike and I didn't have to share. I had to worry about the whole threesome thing. So.
Okay, well, I mean, hey,
just
a little
us
threesome. Sometimes you need a threesome to spice it up. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Mrs. Epic. Just kidding, Mrs. Epic and Mrs. Cage. I forgot what show I was on. It's not gonna be old nerd. My bad.
It's okay. Y'all are wild. All right, Tony, go ahead and let's see here. Boom. Tell us what brings you yonder. What brings you?
Yeah, tell us why you're here tonight. And actually, before you get into that, go ahead and introduce the people because you usually be on the Grumpy Old Nurse with us, and even though you've been on the show one other time, just in case anyone hasn't been introduced to you, let them know who you are, where you're from, where this amazing background is from too. Tell them.
All right then. Well, my name's Tony Cade. I am the owner of Challenges Games and Comics here in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been in business now for 30 plus years. I have also functioned as a founder and editor-in-chief of Terminus Media, who has produced comics and actually had writers and artists both go on to work for the big two, Marvel and DC. And I also helped coordinate the Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo. And we're about to have our second expo coming up here in Northlake Mall, but it's also like our seventh convention, our seventh expo. But this will be the second one we'll be having at Northlake Mall, and that's going to be March 14th and 15th of 2026.
Okay.
And I have been involved in Atlanta fandom since at least 1986.
Good God, I was 4 years old. All right. That means you've been in the game. You're not new to this, you're true to this, right?
You're not new to this, you're true to this.
Well, that's why I always say stuff. Every time I'm on Grumpy Old Nerds and they're sitting there talking about how old they are, I'm like, dude, really? If you're uncle, I'm great uncle.
Great Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
And just so the people know, how did you and Mike get connected since it was before my time?
Oh, good grief. Remember, I just said how old I am. I don't even remember. I've been like following Mike online. The first time I actually met Mike in person was at Urban NerdCon.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've actually met him in person. And that's when I realized and stuff that he had those rap skills along with that artist skills. The man was good on the mic and with the pen.
Yes. Awesome. All right. So, Mike, what are we going to be drawing today?
Already kind of got it laid out here. I'm trying to get a head start on it.
I love a good head start. Sometimes you got to cheat a little bit, just a little bit. I'm just kidding, Mrs. Epic. I'm just kidding, Mrs. Epic. She don't cut me when she see me in real life. Lord, don't cut me. Please don't.
But Tony, you said this is what's the name of this character? Because this one's for the sci-fi for the expo.
Oh yeah, all right. So this is, I guess, going to be your rendition of Atlanta, Goddess of Creativity.
There we go.
All right, who is going to be our new mascot for the Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo? Basically, I had like a brainstorming session with Laveda O'Neill, who drew the piece that I sent you over.
Yeah.
And also Marcus Williams. All right. And basically the way it's going to work is that Atlanta is, going to be this, this goddess, but she's going to have like an earthly avatar.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be an image and stuff that's going to be coming from Marcus Williams.
Okay.
And of course, anybody who's had a chance of brainstorming with Marcus Williams, started pushing like background story ideas and all those other kind of stuff. And I'm like, who's gonna do this story? And he was like, well, I don't know who you're gonna get to do it, but I'm not gonna draw it, so you got to find somebody else to draw it.
Okay.
So, so he was great for the ideas, but he wasn't volunteering for the book that he was wanting somebody else to do.
Okay, now you said this is going to be the mascot. So, question: do you have somebody already cosplaying as her, Atlanta?
No, we do not. As a matter of fact, except for our inner circle group, this is going to be the first time anybody has actually seen the character.
Ooh, okay. Well, if anybody wants to create a cosplay for me to wear as Atlanta Goddess of Creativity, I volunteer for tribute. Okay, I'm just saying.
Volunteer for tribute.
I'll bring the body. Okay, you got to bring the cosplay outfit because this look a little complicated. I might could try
here.
this.
Is there any way on this program that I can pull up an image and let people see the art that we've already got for the character?
Yeah, you can share your screen. Yeah, you can share your screen.
I can share my screen. Let's see what's button is that. I guess I should actually pull up the image so I can share it.
She looks great.
One moment here.
I'm also eager to see what Mike does with her as well. She's a little light skinned, but I'm gonna give her a tan. Watch when I play her. All right. While you're getting that together, I just want to let y'all know I just came from seeing Him, the movie Him. Did any of y'all see that?
Not yet.
Okay, so first part,
that seemed a little disturbing to me.
Was it the blood and the guts and the punching and the football hitting in the face and all that part? It was a lot. It was a lot of blood in there. Let me just say that. Also, I was late, so let me preface it with that. I was late, but I still enjoyed the movie. But I am curious to know what the first part was about. I can only, deduce from what happened afterwards. But I enjoyed the movie and the actor. Like that's a nice little tender right there.
That's a nice little tender.
It's the that is because he's about 27. I can't do nothing with that. But he a nice little tender to look at is all I'm saying. And of course, Marlon Wayans. I used to have the biggest crush on Marlon. I know everybody was into Sean, but I was into Marlon Wayans when they had their show. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five. Okay, there we go. I'm about to say y'all didn't know. Anywho, but it was good seeing Marlon in that, and he looked good as well. So yeah, that was nice, little eye candy. I mean, y'all maybe not care about that part, but it was good for that. It was easy on the eyes.
But see, my whole question is that you're complaining about the other guy being 27. You're not gonna, embrace your cougardom.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like if I seen him in real life, I'd be like, "How you doing?" But
like Stella got her groove.
How old was? You know what? I gotta go rewatch that movie and be like, how old were those two in that movie? And how were they supposed to be? I'm curious about that.
No, Tate was young.
I know he had to be.
Tate was really young.
I didn't see the movie initially when it initially came out. I think I was a little bit young to be watching it, but like afterwards, like I'd catch it on BET and stuff like that because they run all those movies back. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up, see what's appropriate. Mm-hmm. I ain't trying to Diddy nobody or nothing like that. I ain't trying to. Was it Diddy who? R. Kelly? I ain't trying to do neither one of them. I ain't neither one. Okay.
Neither one.
Were you able to get your the screen up, Tony?
Oh well, I see it here in the shadow. I guess somebody has to push a button.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have no buttons to push, by the way. Okay, there it is. See, now y'all can see it in color and how she originally was. Is that the Atlanta skyline in the background?
Of course it is.
I love that for us. Even though I'm from Detroit, Atlanta's my official second home. So hey.
Yes, that is the I guess this is the first appearance
live
of Atlanta Goddess of Creativity.
Exclusive right here from Tony K. Epic. Atlanta Sci-Fi Expo. So if there's anyone out here watching that maybe wants to create a cosplay and need somebody to model it for them, Get with me. Amayu 82. That's me. Yes, and the expo's the 14th through the 15th of next year, March.
Right.
14th through the 15th. That's what's up. Okay.
Did you get
All
a
right.
chance
Well,
to come to the one we did last year?
I don't think I did. I think I was out of town. I'll be out of town all the time. I just
Jet
got
setter.
back.
But no, the Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo, we brought it back after the pandemic. Well, first we had to get through the pandemic. Then I had to like move my store from the location it was in at North DeKalb Mall, which is now demolished, so they can do mixed use. But for most people, mixed use means just apartments. They can make more money charging somebody $2,000 for a one bedroom than they can trying to get people to come in and get retail spaces these days.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I said, if
If
I had
someone's
to pay that much
around.
for an apartment and I didn't already own a house, I'd be like, sorry, let me get me a van and a gym membership. And he'd be like, where Tony live? He live over there in the Target parking lot.
I hear that. Yeah, it's crazy out here. We'll have a little earthquake over
That's one
here.
of the reasons I never went back to Southern California, because of how expensive it was out there. And it's like now everybody coming down from New York and California here to the ATL, and all of a sudden all the prices are just raising on up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They say everything's going up except salaries, apparently.
Right.
So.
You know, not to get political, but I always trip out when everybody was talking about, oh, with the new president, all the prices gonna come down. I ain't seen that yet. To me, they kind of going up, especially for me, as a retailer. I import a whole bunch of stuff from, comic books are mainly printed up in Canada, and they got tariffs. A lot of the Japanese animation products are coming out of China. They got tariffs. So products are costing me more, which means it's costing my customers more. So they either having to spend more or go it out.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, all we can do is yet hold on right now in the midst of all this craziness and maybe pick up a comic. So, Tony, can you tell us a little bit about Atlanta, Goddess of Creativity, for anyone that may want to check it out?
All right. Well, with this, the whole purpose of the Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo is to give people who don't get a chance to go to the larger conventions, like a San Diego Comic Con. This week, there's New York Comic Con. There's Dragon Con. There's MomoCon here in Atlanta. Those things are like cost prohibitive. So one of the things and stuff we do with the expo is that we do it free to the public.
Nice.
But it's also based on such a thing as you can come, you can have fun, but you can also learn. And that's where we got it. Last year we had like 40 some vendors. We had 3 panel rooms, not counting the little amphitheater stage area over by the staircase. So we were able to do 4 panels like every hour over a 2-day period.
Nice.
And people can come and learn from our guest artists, our authors, voice actors. We have a lot of people that come in and do panels where you can actually learn to craft your skills.
Nice.
We have professional artists that work on comic books, that have worked for Marvel and DC. If you want to learn how to do inking, if you want to know how to do world building from authors, you can do all of those things at the expo. And then of course there's board gaming, miniature gaming, collectible card gaming, video gaming. There's we gonna have cosplay panels. So if you want to learn how to sew or cheat and use the glue gun for your costumes, or how to apply the makeup, or how to use, what is it called, Warpa?
Warble. So, I know what you're talking about though. That stuff that you can kind of mold like foam.
Right. To make your weapons and everything. You can learn all that stuff at the expo.
Okay. And this expo is going to be at North Lake Mall as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, North Lake Mall, right here in Atlanta. Okay. And we're going to be having it set up and stuff where there's good grief, surrounding this mall is 5 hotels.
Yeah.
So we're going to have deals for everybody and stuff to be able to get rooms and for people who come out of town.
Okay.
And like I said, we get people to come from as far away as New York and California.
Oh, that's what's up. I mean, especially for, and you say this is a free con. Is that what I'm understanding?
It is free to attend. Basically, the way it works is that we have like really like a nominal fee that we charge the vendors, but that's basically we use that for renting all the tables and chairs that we need, or any equipment we might need for the audio room. And at this point, we've been doing it so many years. We've got enough mics and TVs and speakers, and backgrounds. So at this point, it's basically like it's paying for your tables and chairs, and it's paying for the advertising.
Okay, that's what's up.
So all you got to do is get your wares together and be ready to sell it, and just make sure that you're doing promotions along with our promotions.
Okay. So, question: since it's still pretty far out, are you still accepting vendors that want to vend at this con or expo?
Oh, like I said, we haven't even activated the buy link yet. We hope to get that done by next week.
Okay.
But like I said, it fills up, very quickly.
Yeah.
And basically, the only rules and stuff we have, since it's like a family-friendly event, there's like certain explicit material that we're not allowing to be sold on the premises. Also, we're kind of anti AI art.
Okay, I feel that.
But
that sounds like a whole discussion. Pause right there for just 1 second. I want to ask Mike something. Mike, are we sponsored by Clip Art today? And do we need to run a commercial?
We are sponsored by Clip Art, and we do need to run a commercial. I appreciate you asking.
Okay, I mean, we still have a few minutes. It's only 8:26, but I just wanted to find out and make sure we had that ready.
Oh, you good, because then I can pop that up. Boom.
Boom, look at that. QR code, bottom left-hand corner, or maybe right-hand corner. I don't know. I don't see it how you see it. I just see it how I see it. But if you want to, or even if it's not you, but maybe you know someone who's interested and they're like, hey, I want to learn how to draw. I want to use clip art. Have them scan this QR code. You don't get just 3 days. How many days do they get, Mike?
They can get 90 days of clip art.
90 days. Ain't nobody else giving you that. Netflix ain't even giving you that. Okay. Hulu, none of them. So 90 days to try this out. So even if it's not you, but you may know someone, share the link so that they can have a chance to use Clip Studio. And maybe, once they become a famous artist, they'll be like, hey, remember back in the day when you gave me that link and started my career? See how it all works. So go ahead and share the link.
It all works. Absolutely. I am using Clip Studio right now.
Clip Studio, not Clip Art, which is what I said earlier. Clip Studio.
Hey, it is okay. I said it too. So.
Okay, now let's talk about this. Now, AI been taking over supposedly. I mean, I saw Terminator 2, and 1 and 3, and the 4th one. So I already know what it is. But specifically with art, can you talk about how you feel about that and just your experience with it, Tony?
Well, yeah, to me, I have a lot of artist friends, that actually are like Mike and are actually drawing, their artwork and not just putting information in the computer where the computer goes and looks up somebody else's art and then spits out what it learned from the artist. So I myself am against AI art. Because to me it's one of those things, almost like Hollywood, and California just passed a law that you can't do AI versions of people in movies.
Yeah.
So now hopefully the rest of the states can go in and get up on that too, because you don't want somebody and stuff who is an actor and then all of a sudden they're getting replaced by a virtual version of themselves.
Yeah.
That's just not right. Yes, studios and stuff like that need to make money, but also the actors and the performers need to be able to make a living also.
Yeah.
Would that law also include deceased actors?
Well, like I said, with the deceased actors, if they've got it in their contract and it allows the studios to do it, the studios can do it. Or if the estates of the deceased actors allow it, it can be done. But like I said, I haven't had a chance to look into the law that California just passed, because I actually just heard about it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just we watched Karate Kid Legends this weekend, which is really good, by the way. But I felt like they used the CGI Mr. Miyagi. It looked really great. It did. But I'm wondering like who did they talk to for that? I know they did it for the series finale or whatnot for Cobra Kai, which is also Cobra Kai, very good show. So just was curious.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and do a quick pitch. Since you mentioned Cobra Kai, remind people to watch season 2, I think episode 6 of Cobra Kai, and you can see Challenges Games and Comics.
Oh yeah!
Right, the stars in the comic book shop
Uh-huh.
that has, if you notice and look very closely, there's tons of indie comic creators' books on the shelves in that scene.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, we did, our part to try to get, you guys some free publicity.
Always appreciate it.
That's what's up. Also, speaking of indie comic creators, have either of you been watching The Comic Shop on YouTube?
Yeah.
I've seen the clips. I've got to watch the episodes. Been super busy getting this house together. See, my toys aren't even up yet. This is
I see that.
I've started this new Iron Man section back here. It's a new studio space, so I got to figure out new ways how the setups are going to be. It's going to be very different. So, yeah.
Okay, so you haven't watched it yet.
I'm going to that.
Tony, I don't like that look on your face. Tell me about it, Tony.
All right. This is one of those situations where it's like if you watch like a cop show or a firefighter show, and then you go and ask a policeman or a firefighter what they think about the show, they're going to be like, it ain't like that,
Right.
All right. So as a comic shop owner, there's certain things it's like, nah, it ain't like that, especially like that first episode when they were talking about, free comic book day. Did you notice through that entire episode, you never saw a free comic book section?
Huh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, so where are these free comics that people were getting? There was no setup in the store, whether it was on a wall or on a table or anything for these free comics.
Yeah.
And, they had the people, outside supposedly waiting for free comic book day. And I'm like, yeah, that's not enough people, for free comic book day. But yeah,
Okay.
like I said, I think that the actors on that show are wonderful.
Okay, good.
I think they need some better writers.
Oh, okay.
I think they need some better writers. But the actors are awesome.
How much of that do you feel is just because of the length of the show? Because I felt like it was a bit rushed, and I feel like that's mostly because it's not at least a 30-minute show. It's only like 15, 17 minutes. So do you feel like the writing is just horrible, or do you feel like they actually just need more time to like develop the stories instead of rushing them, so to speak?
Well, if you actually check it out, your regular sitcom TV show is only 20 to 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And you got the commercials. So them, 5-minute difference. So I don't think that's, like I said, I just think better writing, because I love the characters.
Yeah, I do too.
But some of the parts and stuff that are supposed to be funny, they're not funny to me.
What? Okay, like what fell flat for you specifically? If you have an example.
Let's just say that nothing stands out because there's a lot of things that I can't choose from.
Dang it. Okay, so but maybe I'm biased. I'm really enjoying the show. I feel like it's like the number one show. No, not necessarily. But I feel like they filled an empty spot, and I like that. And like I said, I feel like if it was longer, like maybe it was like 25 minutes, maybe that would give me just a little bit more. Because in the beginning, I was just like, man, on the first episode, the second episode, I was like, okay. And then the third, I was like, okay, I'm getting there. And I guess that's because I felt like they had some time to build the characters, and so I was really starting to like dig the characters. So that may be why.
Like I said, I am looking forward to the D&D episode. I haven't watched that one yet, so I want to see how to handle Dungeons and Dragons.
As a person who has not played D&D, I definitely would like to get your opinion on it. So maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Are you gonna be on Grumpy Old Nerds tomorrow?
No, I think I'm on Grumpy Old Nerds next week.
Okay. So yeah, well, I want you to give your opinion on that particular episode because I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't know anything about that. So I would definitely love to hear from someone on the inside of that particular world.
Okay, my question is, why haven't you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
Just opportunity hasn't really presented itself, I guess.
All right, we're gonna have to hook you up. We're gonna have to get you in a Dungeons and Dragons game.
Oh Lord, but I'm gonna be the newbie.
All right. First of all, role playing is basically improvisational acting. All right,
sounds good.
I tell everybody this
Sign
all the
me
time.
up. I'm sold.
You're basically playing a character from like Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
and your character has like certain abilities or skills.
Okay.
All right.
Like invisibility.
Well, like I said, that could be, one of your skills or one of your spells. But let's say like, you're a ranger. All right. So you're like really good with the bow. You're really good at like woodsman stuff. You can make a fire. You can, follow, somebody's trail in the woods, stuff like that. But basically the way it is and stuff, the dungeon master explains to you a scenario on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then you roll dice to see what order he talks to everybody in.
Okay.
All right. So then when he gets to your character, let's say your character is Evelyn. And he's like, all right, this is what's going on, Evelyn. What is your character doing? If it's something simple, you just do it. If it's something that takes a certain amount of skill and your character has that skill, you roll dice to see if you succeed in what you say you're going to do. All right. If you are high level in that skill, the chances are you will pass it. But sometimes you roll that natural one and you fail.
Okay, pause. Can I win in this game? Is there winning? Because I need to win.
That's called survival.
Oh, okay. So it's like a survival. Okay, I like survival shows, so that might work for me. Okay. Yeah. Duly noted. Okay, so we're gonna have to set something up. I might have to be a challenges in the game. Maybe we can do a little live feed of me trying to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons. Actually,
we've got like a really great game master here. His name's Henry Walls, and he's actually a fantasy author. He's actually got published books, and he runs games up here on the regular. So we can definitely probably get you in one of his Sunday campaigns. Let you try the game out. But remember, role playing is basically, like I said, it's improvisational acting. And it's a lot of times is how the characters interact with each other. Mm-hmm. It isn't all about, rolling dice and trying to see if we can kill the monster. One of the great things about Dungeons and Dragons, especially, for people that were, I guess, like back in the day, awkward or nerds, it actually gave you a chance to build your social skills.
Okay.
So you get a chance to do stuff like that.
Okay. Also, do I get to wear an outfit, like a cosplay outfit?
You can.
Okay. You can. Now, does it have to be like a Dungeon character that I like have to cosplay as, or can I just cosplay as anything and just show up? Awesome.
Nobody's gonna say anything to you.
Okay. Who gonna check me, boo? Okay. I keep having little earthquakes over here, y'all. Ignore that, because clearly I need to get a new table. But anywho, alrighty. Let me see what else we got on the agenda for today. Is there anything?
Play this commercial real quick.
Well, let's play the commercial quick.
Get your copies of Hot Shot 0 through 13 available today. Plus Trade Volume 1, 2, and 3 available on the website. Here's a little preview, a little something to get you hot and bothered so you can go buy your book.
So, starting off, I'm Mike Watson, aka Hotshot. I don't know how I got my powers, but I've been using them to save lives. Just like my hero, Justice. I've done team-ups, even saved the city once or twice. I just couldn't I couldn't save her. This hero's life, it's more than just me. But hey, great power, right? I chose this to be more than a geek, a student, or even a friend. To be a hero. And I'm just getting started.
Shut, hot, shut,
Hey,
hot.
hey.
All right, now, Mike, that made me feel bad about the video I sent over to you.
Why?
That video was good, and then I just watched that commercial, and I'm like, okay, I got to go back and do some fine tuning. You got to go back and do some fine tuning. You got me on that one.
Tony, you're perfectly
Even
fine.
Mike's intro is freaking awesome. I'm like, Mike, can you do an intro for the Grumpy Old Nerd? We need a new intro, please.
Hey, I would love to do the Grumpy Old Nerds intro. I would enjoy that
All right.
sincerely.
Put that on my bill. Put that on my tab. All right. Speaking of Kickstarters, what you got, Tony?
Oh, okay. Well, for those of you who've been following the stuff, I do the Fox Chronicles series. I basically got the idea of doing the Fox Chronicles after I left Terminus Media because a couple of artists had gotten together and stuff, and they wanted to do a story with one of the characters that I created. And at the time, I wasn't even sure I wanted to go back and do the whole indie creator thing. Because like I said, I was there with Terminus Media. I was editor-in-chief. We went on to, do stuff for like the CDC and other government agencies and everything. And then we kind of broke up like bands do. And everybody go like their own, separate way. So, but I had like a couple of these artists come to me and be like, I want to do, a story with you. And so they like dragged me out of, indie comics, retirement.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things and stuff that I was exposed to when we were doing the work for the CDC on HIV and AIDS awareness, because we did a motion comic, is that basically child trafficking. And I didn't think of the CDC, having to deal with child trafficking, but it counts as a pandemic. Usually you're like, they're doing viruses, bacteria, all that stuff. But child trafficking was on their radar, and I had hoped that we'd be able to work with them on a motion comic, dealing with those issues. But things didn't work out, so we weren't able to do that. But it was always something that was like stuck in my mind, especially living here in Atlanta, because we've got so many interstates, 75, 85, I-20. Everything's connected together with 285. We've got like the world's busiest airport. So no matter what people are trafficking, whether it's drugs or people, Atlanta is a hub.
Yeah.
So with the Fox Chronicles, I wanted to tackle, that issue. So we're actually created the character, and one of the main things she's working on, she is learning about the child trafficking and taking in information. We're basically, the way we're doing it is that there's this thing called education and entertainment, education. So we're using storytelling like we did for the CDC's AIDS and HIV awareness program, and we're giving you something that's entertaining to read, but we're also giving you information. So it's basically one of those situations where you're reading the stories, you're seeing what the characters are going through, you're learning from what the characters are doing, but we're not hitting you over the head with the information.
Right.
So you're learning, but you're also being entertained without anybody trying to preach to you. And that's the whole purpose of the story that we're doing right now.
Okay.
And with the first issue, it was mainly, your origin issue, where you get introduced to the character, you get introduced to the people and stuff, and her family, her friends. And then with the second and third issues is where, we really start delving into the child trafficking. And, we start dropping that, that deep information. And like I said, the second book is actually already completely done. It's actually been sitting on my computer for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I said I already sent a copy of it over to Mike, so he can vouch for me that it's a completed book.
It is.
And do we have the link for that Kickstarter? Do we already have that?
No, we are still working on it.
Okay.
One of the things is that since the last time I did Kickstarter has changed, and
Yeah.
what people are wanting for pledges is one
Mm-hmm.
of the things and stuff that we're like seriously like looking at.
Yeah.
What are something what is out there that people really want? Do you
Yeah.
want keychains? Do you want stickers? Do you want limited edition, prints? So those are like some of the things that we're working on.
Gotcha. Since the Kickstarter's not live just yet, where would be the best place for people to follow you, or is there an Instagram or TikTok that people can follow so that they can get the update, so that once the Kickstarter is out, they know like, oh, I can go there and donate or pledge or whatever.
Well, yeah, you can actually go to basically just Google the Fox Chronicles,
The
and
Fox.
everything like just pops up there. But like I said, one of the things stuff I just wanted to do was mention that it's something that's going on. I mean, I actually tried to get it launched in time for my birthday on November 2nd, so everybody can give me like those really great gifts. And the game plan is, since the book is already completed, I want to be able to get it to you before Christmas.
Okay.
So the game plan is, you order it on my birthday, I get it to you before Christmas.
Okay. So I think I did Google and it took me to a Facebook page. Is that the best place?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yep. That's
Okay.
her.
Gotcha. I am now following as well, so I can get those updates.
And then, like I said, hopefully and stuff, when we get ready to launch that week, I can come back on the show and do like a serious pitch on it.
Yeah, kick it
Oh,
off.
yeah, absolutely.
Actually, if you guys want and stuff, you're a lot about sharing screens. You want to take a look at some of the images we got working so far?
Yeah.
Some of the different covers?
Sounds good to me.
Let me see if I can go back into that sharing thing.
All right.
Fill up.
There you go.
Let's see here. One moment, please.
Okay, so while we're doing that, what do y'all think about them bringing back Jonathan Majors? Have y'all heard about that?
Oh, is that confirmed?
I don't know, but I like the rumor. So what do y'all think about it?
Hey, I like what he was doing as Kang, so if he's coming back, I'd be happy to have him.
I liked his character too. And like I said, he better not F over Megan Good, because I will Creed 5 up in this mug, and I will be okay. Sorry.
Hey,
There's a lot of men out there that are hoping that they break up.
Well, I hope not.
Because a lot of guys out there is like, yeah, I don't know if I can take him.
Because we done been Captain Save him for so many minions, and I just need him to act right. But I mean, like the reviews and the commentary from people that have like seen them in real life and in their interactions and everything say that they like buy it and that they're really in love and all this other good stuff. So I'm like, okay, you better treat her right. But yeah, I like
we're out there making a whole bunch of videos and everything together.
Yeah, they done started a company of like some kind of fitness wear, because we needed another fitness. Anyway, sorry. I just hope everything has pockets, because don't piss me off. Okay. Ooh, I like this image right here. Put that on the big screen.
Well, actually, what you're looking at now is actually what we're going to be using for the back cover. All right, because one of the things and stuff for all these years of selling comic books, I don't know if you guys have actually noticed, but when somebody like picks up a comic book, they look at the front cover, and then they always flip to look at the back cover.
Yeah.
But for most comics, there's nothing to look at on the back cover. There's nothing, to like, help give that extra sell for the book.
Yeah.
So for right now, this is my plan for the back cover.
All these ladies kicking these men's butts.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
mean-
so
Like I said, if you want a book with ladies kicking butt, this is definitely the book for you. That's one of the things and stuff too. Is like, as the father of like, many daughters, I've always wanted to, have something out there that, ladies can get into. That, I can say, here, I've already got my granddaughters and stuff. They're like, ooh, when you putting out the next issue, they're like,
what they call you, Pooh?
huh?
What did they call you?
Oh, granddad.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Pooh.
No.
That's nice. I like it. I like the colors. I like all of this. Can I just get this printed on a shirt? Is that a
We can
thing?
see about doing that. Like I said, it used to be and stuff. It's like people will want T-shirts of artwork.
That's what I like.
But I know that those things are like expensive, to ship.
Yeah.
How do you feel about shirts as part of a Kickstarter?
I love it. I love a T-shirt.
Yeah, we do a shirt. We do 2 or 3.
I love a T-shirt. I love a tank top. Yeah.
Let's see. How much does it cost to ship just a shirt?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
It depends on where I get the shirts from, because I get different times, but I get different.
Oh no, I'm not worried about the printing. I got the printing hooked. It's like, how much does it cost to ship them?
Oh, for us,
if you print them here, I'll pick mine up. Okay.
If we're ordering off our website, we send them directly to the customer, so it's like $5 or $6.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. And then, like, boom, peep this. You can have them ready by March 14th and 15th for people to buy them in the store. Boom, no shipping.
Oh, like I said, it'll be quicker than that. Like I said, I got a T-shirt guy, which would be really cool and stuff. Hopefully, like I said, I want to get everything to everybody before Christmas. So, this Kickstarter will allow you to, do your Christmas shopping.
I love that.
I love that.
Right now, this is a piece right here that was done by Leveda, the same one who did Atlanta Goddess of Creativity. And this is one we like it. You can tell what's going on. But is it kid friendly? Or is it too dark? What do you guys think?
What age?
I mean, look at that look on her face and look at the shadow in the background.
Yeah, I see
like
that. What age? Because I think like this is something that like 10 and up, like they kind of need to know about this stuff. Like, you protect the 3-year-old, the 4 to 5 to 6 to 8. But like kids that are like out and in school and could possibly be in a situation where stranger danger.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like 10-ish and up.
Okay. So you think this would be good for an alternate cover then?
Yeah.
I think so. And I think
I also don't think there's an age range on alternate covers.
Well, see, Mike, how he gonna do. I'm just looking at Auntie.
I was gonna put it out there and stuff. It's like, we can't get too wild with the covers.
Right.
This is about child trafficking,
Right.
first of all, and our main character is still in high school.
Yeah.
So, there will be no, Autumn Fox, TNA covers.
Okay.
Like hotcakes, but it's not for what we're trying to put out.
If you have your main cover that you're offering, I think there's a lot more consideration in your main cover than what you're going to offer in your variant cover, because your variant cover is exclusivity, and that is, that's for a collector, and collectors are normally, well above age or whatnot. So I think you have more flexibility with variant covers than you do what you call your mainstream cover.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I like it. Ooh, hold on now. Okay, go to the. Okay, hold on. Oh, she mad.
All right, now this cover image is something that's dear to me personally, because this right here is, I should have pulled up the other image to show you it, but this is my George Perez homage cover. All right, a lot of people and stuff, have been fans of George, since the 70s. And I was like really heartbroken, when he passed, because to me, he was my favorite artist. Especially when you look at books like, JLA versus Avengers, there was nobody who could draw as many characters in a scene and make it look good like George Perez.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, this right here is an homage to one of his Marvel fanfare opening first pages.
And you said this lady's name is Autumn Fox? No, wait. What did you say this lady's name is?
That's Autumn Fox.
Autumn Fox. Okay, I just want to
Yeah.
make sure.
You didn't read the Fox Chronicles #1?
Let me look now. I told you I like to come in fresh and brand new to all of this.
All right, we need y'all to come by the store so we can get you a #1 issue.
Okay.
You know,
And probably a new poster. I need a new poster too. This is my last one.
All
Okay.
right,
All right.
we got here. Oh,
She's got green slime on her.
all right. Now this
Sorry.
is my choice for the main cover because my whole thing is like, if you see this, you can't not want to get the book.
I like it.
What do you think? It's got enough energy to it? She looks fierce.
I mean, listen to Maybe. I think that's your answer right there.
I'm giving you the ASMR. She's got the green slime and the illuminated weaponry and the dead hand out the corner there. Yeah, it's definitely giving. I love it.
Yeah, we got to look it up.
I want to cosplay. It's thirsting it up. My bad. Is that good? Is that good? I don't know.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm making good decisions here.
Find out who are these guys in the background that's dead now. I need to find out who they were. The hand is just like, yeah, I like that.
And then you got this. This I plan on making a virgin cover. There will be no text or anything on this cover. We'll put all the information and stuff about the title and everything on the back. But how do y'all feel about that piece right there?
I like it.
Yeah, the smorgasbord of action folk barreling down on incredible.
Of badassery is amazing. This is
and for anybody that's wondering, this is what the art looks like inside the book. The exact same artist.
okay.
This is
Whose head is that in the middle? I need to know.
You gotta read the
Who is
book.
that in the middle? No, I told you I don't read nothing. I gotta wait until after this, and then I can read stuff.
Well, look, we gotta start wrapping things up here. Tony, what's your what you want to tell everybody going out here? What they need to know?
Now, like I said, if nothing else and stuff, follow me. I'm on Facebook and Instagram under Tony Cade.
You're not TikToking yet?
You get, huh?
You're not doing the TikTok yet?
I think we got that connected. I'll let those young folks handle all that stuff.
Okay.
Just have everything linked together. So whenever I do a post. But yeah, like I said, I'm with Challenges Games and Comics. You can go to challengesgames.com and order from my fabulous store. We ship all over the country. Like I said, you buy from me, the money's going back to the hood. So give it some support. I kind of know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for like 30 years. Hopefully one day I can retire. I need you guys' help to make that happen. And like I said, my whole thing is like, I want to be a creative and I want to help creatives. That's the whole thing.
Hey, that's a true statement coming from Tony. Tony is a man of his word, and he is a very dedicated and helpful person to the community of indies all the way. There's no shadow of a doubt with that. And we've been going for 54 minutes, and I need to switch over because we are doing a second episode at 9:00. This is a double hitter for us tonight. So I'm just trying to make sure I have enough time.
Who's the second guest?
Knox Falls. She is a cosplay burlesque model. She goes to a lot of comic book conventions and does like GalaxyCon After Dark and stuff like that. Really, really dope individual, and I wanted to get her on the show so she can talk about her craft and what she does and how she got where she's at.
Okay. And if she got any extra cosplay outfits that she want to bequeath to me, I am available. Now, I don't know how big or small she is, but we can take it in or let it out. Okay, whatever we need to do. I don't know. Some of these cosplay girlies be small. Okay, and I eat. Okay. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us, Mike.
Oh, real quick and stuff. I want to show you guys something real quick before I go.
Quickly, go
Give you
ahead.
an idea of how long I've been in this comics thing. Here is a snippet from a page I did when I was a staffer at the Atlanta Fantasy Fair of a comic strip that I actually did back in 1986.
Oh, wow. Oh, and it's in black and white too. Look at that.
On newsprint. No.
I'm about to say that don't look like no regular paper. Okay. Still
Oh, no.
standing, huh? What? Guess
But
what?
hey, Mike, I thank you for having me on.
Hey,
And like I said, it's always good hanging out with you guys.
Always is. I thank you for being on the show. Your piece is done. I can email that to you, or send you the Google link for it. She was very super fun to draw. I love how she has space, the galaxy in her shadow. So I definitely wanted to try to capture that in my piece.
What about the hair? The hair of the clouds.
So I was trying to get some of that. I was trying to add some of that fluff there, but I'm gonna leave it to your colors to pick up where I left off.
Okay.
All right. And if you want to see more of me and sometimes Tony, Grumpy Old Nerds on Thursday at 8:30. Catch us.
Absolutely. Check out the Grumpy Old Nerds. They are hilarious. I was on there a couple weeks ago. It's a very good show. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in to check out Tony. Go follow him on his socials. Go check out the store Tony has. Challenges is a great store. And I'll see you here in a couple more minutes when we are joined with Knox Falls in a few minutes. Goodbye, everybody. Well, till a couple minutes.
Until next time.
Not goodbye, but I'll see you in a little bit here.
See you later.
Where is? There we
Hasta
go.
luego.
I think that I should ask Mr. Watson. I think that I should ask Mr. Watson.